If you've ever traced that signature M on their forehead and wondered what it actually means, you aren't alone. While domestic house cats are often defined by being common, the truth about your tabby cat is far more profound. Whether you have a classic tabby, a mackerel tabby, or a spotted beauty, you are living with a biological masterpiece, not just a regular pet. There is a huge misconception that these markings are just generic camouflage. But if you've ever worried that you don't know enough about your cat's history, take a deep breath. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the Agouti gene makes them royalty, and why being their guardian is far more special than you realized. Let's decode the masterpiece living in your living room. The truth beneath the fur. Here is why this matters. If you view your cat as just generic, you risk missing the subtle ancient language they are speaking to you every day through their coat and their behavior. Understanding the map written on their fur doesn't just give you trivia, it changes the way you interact with them. It transforms moments of confusion into moments of deep connection. If you don't understand the biology behind their camouflage or the history behind their name, you might misinterpret their instincts as distance or wildness. But when you truly see them, when you understand why they look the way they do, you validate their existence. You create a home where they feel truly seen. And isn't that what we all want? To be seen and loved for exactly who we are? So let's dissolve the doubts. Let's explore the 7 reasons why your tabby is uniquely special and how understanding this brings peace to your home. Point 1. The M is a mark of gratitude. Let's start with the most iconic feature, the one that probably drew you to your cat in the first place, that distinct M marking on the forehead. Now, you may have heard various myths about this, but I want you to look at this marking through a different lens today, a lens of gratitude. Throughout history, humanity hasn't just tolerated tabby cats, we have revered them. And the legends surrounding this M are all centered on one thing: the cat as a comforter and a protector. There is a beautiful ancient Islamic legend about the Prophet Muhammad and his tabby cat Muedza. The story goes that Muedza saved him from a venomous snake and later fell asleep on the sleeve of his robe. Rather than waking the cat, the Prophet cut the sleeve off his robe to leave the cat undisturbed. He then stroked the cat's forehead, bestowing the M mark. There is also a Christian legend, not in the Bible but in folklore, where a tabby cat climbed into the manger to keep the baby Jesus warm when no other animal could soothe him. Mary, in a moment of pure relief and thanks, stroked the cat's forehead, leaving her initial M as a sign of divine gratitude. Why am I telling you this? Because it reminds us of your role today. You are part of this lineage. When you see that M on your cat's head, it's not just pigment. It is a symbol of the comfort they bring you and the safety you provide them. It's a reminder that cats have always been there to comfort us, and good humans have always been there to protect them. You aren't just a pet owner, you are the keeper of that bond. So, the next time you trace that M, feel confident that you are exactly where you are meant to be in history, caring for a creature that has comforted humanity for eons. Point 2. Diversity is strength. A common source of confusion, and sometimes a little embarrassment for new owners, is the question, what breed is your cat? If you've ever hesitated and just said, a tabby, I want you to stop feeling like that's a non-answer. Tabby is not a breed, it is a coat pattern. And this is actually fantastic news for you and your cat. Because tabbies can be almost any breed, from the tiny Singapura to the massive Maine Coon. Your cat represents a rich genetic diversity. In the world of biology, diversity is strength. A cat that isn't bred for a hyper-specific look often has a robust, healthy genetic makeup. Your standard tabby is a survivor. They are the result of nature getting it right over and over again. Think of their coat like a fingerprint. Even though millions of cats have stripes or swirls, no 2 tabby cats are the same. The specific way the stripes break on your cat's leg, or the way the swirl sits on their flank, is unique to them. You have a limited edition of one. So, release the pressure to have a fancy breed name. You have something better. You have a cat that is genetically designed to thrive. Whether they are brown, grey, orange or silver, they are a perfect mix. You didn't settle for a tabby. You hit the jackpot with a healthy, unique soul. Point 3. The secret Agouti magic. Now let's get a little technical, but I promise this will make you look at your cat with so much more wonder. We need to talk about the Agouti gene. You might think, well, my friend has a black cat, so this doesn't apply to them. But here is the secret. All cats have tabby genes. Yes, even the solid black or white ones. Every single domestic cat carries the genetic code for the tabby pattern. The Agouti gene essentially decides if that pattern is turned on, visible, or turned off, solid color. The dominant allele, the big A, switches on the pattern. The recessive allele, the little a, hides it, creating a solid coat. But nature loves to leave clues. Have you ever looked at a solid black cat sitting in bright sunlight? If you look closely, you can often see faint shimmering stripes hidden deep in their fur. We call these ghost stripes. This is incredibly reassuring because it connects all of us in the cat community. Your tabby isn't separate from the elegant black panther-like cats. They are cousins, sharing the same underlying code. The tabby pattern is the default setting for felines. It is the primal original state of the cat. This means your tabby is wearing the original uniform of their ancestors. And for those of you with solid-colored cats, look for those ghost stripes in the sun. It's a lovely reminder that nothing in nature is ever fully hidden. It just takes the right light and the right loving owner to see the true depth of who they are. Point 4. The 4 patterns. Now let's look at the artwork on your specific cat. There are 4 main patterns, and understanding which one your cat has can help you appreciate their beauty even more. There is no messy coat, only perfect adaptations. The classic tabby, also known as the blotched or marbled tabby. These cats have bold, swirling patterns that look like marble cake. Often they have a target shape on their side, a circle within a circle. If you have a classic tabby, you have a cat with a coat that looks like deliberate psychedelic art. It's a bold look for a bold spirit. The Mackerel tabby. This is the most common pattern, characterized by vertical stripes running down the ribs. It's often called the tiger cat look. If you have a mackerel tabby, you are looking at a mini tiger. These stripes are designed to break up the cat's silhouette in tall grass. Even if the only grass they stalk is your carpet, this pattern is a sign of their efficient hunter heritage. The spotted tabby. As the name suggests, the stripes are broken into spots. This looks a bit like a leopard or a cheetah. It's a wilder, more exotic look. If you have a spotted tabby, you have a little piece of the jungle in your living room. The ticked tabby. This one confuses people the most. These cats might look solid at first glance, like the Abyssinian. They don't have big stripes or spots on their body. Instead, each individual hair has bands of color, light, dark, light, dark. This creates a shimmering, iridescent effect, almost like sand. It's subtle, refined, and absolutely stunning in the light. Take a moment today to really examine your cat's coat. Which one are they? Appreciating these details is a form of love. It slows you down and connects you to the physical reality of this beautiful animal sharing your life. Point 5. The orange cat phenomenon. We have to talk about the orange ones. The internet loves to joke that orange cats share one brain cell, implying they're a bit goofy. While it's funny, I want to reassure you. If your orange tabby is a bit chaotic, it's not because they are dumb. They are just genetically special. Here is a fascinating fact. All orange cats are tabby cats. You cannot have a solid orange cat. The gene that creates the orange color, pheomelanin, effectively overrides the solid gene we talked about earlier. So, the stripes always show through. Also, the orange gene is sex-linked, carried on the X chromosome. Because males differ from females, XY versus XX, about 80% of orange cats are male. If you have a female orange tabby, she is a genetic rarity, a treasure. But what about that personality? Anecdotally, many people find orange tabbies to be more affectionate, outgoing, and yes, sometimes a bit clingy. If your orange boy follows you everywhere or vocalizes constantly, he isn't broken or bad. He is expressing a personality trait that seems linked to his coat. You aren't doing anything wrong if you can't get him to calm down like a Persian. He's just running on Orange Tabby software. Embrace the energy. It's pure love, just turned up to maximum volume. Point 6. Camouflage and safety. One behavior that causes owners a lot of anxiety is hiding. You bring a cat home and they vanish under the bed. You might think they hate me, or I'm a bad owner. Let's reframe this using biology. The tabby coat is nature's ultimate camouflage. Domestic cats trace their lineage back to the African wildcat, a solitary hunter in the desert and scrublands. Their survival depended on being invisible, blending into the tall grasses and shadows to avoid predators and stalk prey. Your tabby's stripes and swirls are designed to break up their outline. When your cat hides, or when they tuck themselves into a dark corner where their coat makes them invisible, they aren't rejecting you. They are accessing a deep, instinctual need for safety. They are recharging in their invisibility cloak. Knowing this should bring you relief. You have provided them with a home safe enough that they don't need to hide to survive. But when they do, it's just their ancestors whispering to them. Let them hide. Let them be invisible for a moment. When they come out and seek your affection, it's an even bigger compliment because they are choosing to be seen by you. Point 7. The silk origin. Finally, I want to leave you with a thought about the value of your cat. Sometimes, because tabbies are free or rescues, we subconsciously undervalue them compared to expensive breeds. But did you know the word tabby itself comes from luxury? The name originates from the Atabiya district in Baghdad, Iraq. In the 17th and 18th centuries, this district was world famous for weaving an incredibly fine, watered silk taffeta with a wavy pattern. The French called it tabbies. When people saw cats with coats that shimmered and swirled like this expensive silk, they started calling them tabby cats. So your cat is literally named after the finest silk in the world. Their coat is a luxury item. The way the light catches the ticked fur or the glossy stripes of a mackerel tabby is just as beautiful as any manufactured fabric. You are living with royalty. You are living with living art. So do you see now? There is no such thing as just a tabby. Whether it's the protective M on their forehead, the survivalist camouflage on their back, or the unique genetic code in every cell, your cat is a marvel. If you have ever felt like you needed a special cat to have a special bond, I hope this has reassured you. The bond you have with your tabby is special because of these ancient common threads, not in spite of them. You are the guardian of a creature that balances the wild and the domestic, the common and the unique, the silk and the claws. And you are doing a wonderful job loving them. Now I have a little assignment for you. I want you to go find your cat. Look at their forehead. Look for the M. Look at their side. Is it a swirl, a spot, or a stripe? And then watch their tail. Because while their coat tells you where they came from, their tail tells you how they feel about you right now. But that is a whole other language. Now that you understand how your cat's coat carries a secret story, it's time to discover what their presence is doing to your heart. Literally. Because while their fur tells you where they come from, their purr tells you how they heal you. If you've ever wondered why simply being near your cat can melt away stress, ease your anxiety, or make you feel safe after a hard day, you need to watch this next video. It reveals how your cat is silently healing you, cell by cell, breath by breath. Click here and let's uncover the therapeutic power hiding in that soft, rumbling purr.